doing the Coldwater Lake loop starting at South Coldwater Trailhead. We'll go up about 2 miles. It's 11.6 miles, 2,011 feet of elevation gain. It says about 5 to 6 hours to complete. We parked here at Coldwater Lake. We're gonna walk up Spirit Lake Highway to the actual trailhead. You can't park there right now because the gate's closed from the landslide that happened earlier this year. Let's get to it. This is where the road's closed for Spirit Lake Highway. Right behind Ben is the Hummocks Trail, which it's actually a pretty cool loop that will take you up to Johnston Ridge, but we have to walk around this corner to get to the trailhead for the South Coldwater. Quite a mile in, almost. Probably have another half a mile after that to get to it. I'll have to double check when we get to the trailhead.
It's like a little pond. I don't know if it's really a pond. It's just.
I think that's just stagnant water.
Stagnant water.
Does not smell good.
No, it really stinks. Coming up on the trailhead. It's already warm. It's only about 9:45. But there should be a little shade to start with here at the beginning.
So this is South Coldwater Trailhead. Well, up there is. We're 1.6 miles in. So just over 1.5 miles for the SR 502 or Spirit Lake Highway. Now we've got a little bit of a trek up. I'm pretty sure it's about 2 miles.
With how much elevation gain do you think?
I'm almost positive all of our elevation gain is going to come from this.
So about 2,000 feet?
About 2,000 feet. See, if you look this way, we gotta go up there. I'm pretty excited about this trail though. Everything that we've seen, there's some old logging equipment that's there from the blast. Some cool views from way up top. So let's get to it.
Okay, here's the trailhead. I think we're gonna stop and get our trekking poles out. Yeah, it's a pretty steep little incline.
Almost 2 miles in, which means 0.4 miles from the road to right here. It is all pretty much uphill. We went from 42 feet of elevation gain at the beginning to 171.
in just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
It's pretty steep.
It can make you really tired.
Oh yeah?
The road was a lot for him. This is what he likes to do.
Yeah.
So the road makes it seem like it's a little long.
Yeah, the road's pretty long. Mile and a half or so.
But when we get to the top of this, pretty much all downhill.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
So we're at the first switchback, 2.16 miles in, 384 feet of elevation gain. I don't know if you can see that elevation. We got a little ways.
Yeah, we're not quite, we're about a third of the way to the peak elevation.
Yeah. This one's the beginning's
It's challenging, but I mean we've done
worse.
many of these before, so it's nothing new. But we haven't done much hiking in 2 weeks, so we're a little out of shape.
We're gonna see Sasquatch.
Oh, are we?
He's kind of like a person. He walks like this.
Uh-huh.
Does he?
What's he look like?
He looks like a human, but just with fur.
How big is he, do you think?
Like more bigger than you guys.
Oh yeah?
Mhm.
Taller than me?
Mhm.
So what? He's like 7 feet, maybe?
8
Yeah.
feet?
8 feet?
Yeah.
How big is his feet, do you think?
He's Bigfoot, so he has the biggest feet in the world.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
If we see him, we'll get it on video and show you guys.
The trekking poles get caught in this
Yeah.
brush. The trail's a little grown over. It's probably getting a lot less traffic lately since the slide closed the road.
Yeah.
It's a lake way off in the distance. We think it might be Castle Lake.
Yeah. I'm almost positive. We're at 3,000 feet elevation.
So we just made it to another marker up a pretty steep little section. Off in the distance is the Coldwater Learning Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Johnson Ridge Observatory is closed and they opened this so people could come there instead. About to head up this thing. It never does it justice on camera. This will not appear to be as steep as it really is, but we'll put pictures of the elevation change in the video so you can really see it. That's our first view of Coldwater Lake, finally. So we're getting pretty high up. There's the Learning Center again. And then off in the distance you can see a boat. Alright, here we go.
We're exactly 2.5 miles in.
Cool.
600 feet elevation gain.
This is snake skin.
They shed their outer layer of skin every now and then. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
There's some kind of bird floating around. A couple of them.
So we're 2.77 miles in, 748 elevation gain. We're at 3246 feet. Almost 2 hours in. Also, this is gorgeous. I mean, look at, you can see Castle Lake over there in the distance.
You can see the
You can see the mountain just over the hill across the way.
Yeah, Mount St. Helens is just over the ridge right there. You can see the peak. So, continuing on up. You ready, guys? Last time we did Coldwater, it was like 90 degrees. Here's a little bit of clouds, but today, they're on the opposite side of the sun right now. So it's pretty much direct sunlight right now. Some wreckage from the blast.
A little minor.
Yeah, there's the rest of the crane there. Wow. The engine. Look at that. It's pretty crazy. The force of the blast just twisted this thing up like it was nothing.
So we're at 3525 feet for elevation, 3.3 miles in, 1,040 feet of elevation gain right now.
Yep, another piece of equipment, bulldozer, looks like.
Oh, nice. Do you think people died here?
Nah. Nah, these were just up here when the mountain blew.
How'd they get up here though?
They drove them up here.
All of that back there is the Mount Margaret backcountry. You can backpack. You do need a permit for it. I know several people that get permits and they go backpacking or they go hunting. It's on the back end of the Coldwater. So you can get to it from this trail. And there's actually a bunch of little trails that kind of go up and over and all over the place over to all of the like high lakes. But you can also get to this or to the Margaret backcountry from Harry's Ridge. So when you start at Johnston Ridge and you go all the way like you're going to Harry's Ridge, there's a junction and it'll take you up to Coldwater Peak. And from Coldwater Peak, you can go down and into that backcountry right there.
That's a good view, man.
Yeah, it is.
Look, you can see the crater.
Yeah, you can.
Then what's this? You can just go down.
So we're almost at the peak elevation. Almost at the spot where we'll stop to eat some lunch real quick. And then we'll be making our way down this side, down here, around the end of the lake there. That's the descent. And then along the right side of the lake is the trail back to the boat launch where we started. .38 elevation. A nice little breeze up here. It's sunny, it's bright. There's a little bit of clouds. It's a long, gradual climb. And it's no joke.
You can see the island.
Yeah. Yep, there it is. Way off in the distance. Just a little bit further. So we made it to the highest point. It actually drops down a little bit before you get off the narrow trail into this little bit of a clearing here. We figured we'd stop here, eat lunch. Unfortunately, there's no shade, but we knew that that was the case. The trail comes up from up there, and then comes over here, and then goes down around in that valley. You can see it, the trail right there, and then it'll wind down over here, down underneath this, and all the way around, and then straight down there is the end of Coldwater Lake. So let's eat some lunch, take a break. Andrew's got his sitting pad, get his lunch out. Hi buddy, what did you bring?
So I brought a sandwich.
What kind of sandwich?
Peanut butter and banana. I got some eggs, club crackers, some pretzels, an energy bar.
I have an apple for you too.
Oh, good.
Very narrow in here. I had to hold my trekking poles with one hand because they're just getting caught on everything. Check this out.
It was probably on the top of the hill.
Yeah, I mean,
blown off.
yeah, it's crazy.
Right there.
Look at that, man.
Right here is
Coming up on a junction here.
Someday we'll do Coldwater Peak.
Oh yeah.
3.5 miles from this point.
So this is heading towards Lakes Trail. Yeah, this area is pretty overgrown. Not conducive to trekking poles at all. They just get caught on everything. That's pretty steep too.
Happen?
Yeah, it's pretty narrow right there. Trail's like kind of washed out. Yeah, it's overgrown, yeah. Just not a lot of people on this trail lately.
Made it past patrol.
This overgrowth is super deep too. I mean, it's tall. Yeah. It's up past Xander's head. This is what the kind of switchback areas look like. It's actually not too bad because of where the sun's at right now. We have shade. We come across this tree here. We don't know what this is.
Miles in, we found this nice little bridge. Makes sense that there's a creek, waterfalls, but we were not expecting this.
So we just left that where the bridge was, and you immediately come into some covered area. We're actually surprised how much covered area there's been. A lot of the reviews said that there was like 90% exposed, and it's definitely not been that at all. It's been at least half. Now, we do know that there are big sections. What? So Xander went around the corner and there was just a massive swarm of bees. He got stung at least once. So we went off the trail and we're going up around through the woods to go around that section of bees. So we had to climb up a really steep incline through this brush here to get around it. And then the trail is down there, but we just couldn't walk through that. It was just ridiculous. Tons and tons of them. So we're just going around and we're going to come over this way and then make our way down through there, cut across, and then the trail's right there. We're going to pull up here and treat his sting with some sting stuff.
Hey, this I'm allergic.
No, you're not allergic.
All right.
All right, let's do the sting stuff, yeah?
Have a seat.
It's all patched up. Now we're cleaning the soot off his face from his stick that he's been carrying around the entire hike. That's what his whole entire face looked like a second ago. Emergency baby wipes are always handy. I always put like 3 or 4 of them in a sandwich baggie and then wrap that up with the other baggie that we have toilet paper in. I know, his hands are disgusting. All right, now that the behind the scenes footage is behind us. You're not going to run ahead anymore? Oh.
That's great. Make us go first so we get stung first.
So we're finally back on the trail on our way to Lakes Trail.
What is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, put it down.
It's probably wolf hair.
Wolf hair? No.
Yeah. It's gotta be wolf hair.
Mm.
Wolves has that kind of hair. Like a pack of wolves.
Yeah.
Like the leader of the wolves.
Mm.
Which is white.
Mm-hmm. Really cool little section of the trail, huh?
Eight and a half miles in. 1522 elevation gain. Says we have 2 hours left. It's 3:30.
So this part of the trail is Lakes Trail. It's much flatter than what we just did. A few inclines. It kind of goes up and down. For the most part, it's a narrower trail, kind of like this. So it's kind of single file. So still on Lakes Trail. We're at 9.18 miles.
1624 elevation gain.
I had to charge my battery, so I wasn't able to film for a big section of this, but you can see, walk back this way. I mean, this just drops down. If you've never been on this trail, this section is pretty narrow. And it goes straight down like that. Not something that you want to fall down. Okay, well, Xander just announced that he has to go number 2. So
That little guy's got a sting on his ankle.
he's got a sting on his ankle. He grabbed some like stinging nettles, so he's got his fingers full of nettles. We had to pull some of them out. And he's just he can go, you know, he can walk, he can do a 10-mile day hike no problem, but he gets beat up along the way.
Right.
Yeah, it's not the hard work, it's not the hike, it's not the long walk.
The mileage.
No.
Now, I will tell you that 1.6 miles on the road,
He didn't like that.
he was not a fan. Like, he goes, that stupid road is why I'm so tired.
Yeah, he didn't like the road. It was just because it's really just boring, honestly. I was talking about the beginning of this hike is rough on you, and then the end, the last half is easier, but you're worn out, so you know what I mean? It's,
yeah, but I still wouldn't do it the other way around.
I would never, no, I would always
Do not start this
from this side, on Lakes
Trail.
Trail, no.
Do not.
Start at the south.
Start at the South Trailhead. Right now, you cannot get there with a car.
Yeah, you have to
walk.
You have to park at the boat launch, and then walk down the road to
Spirit Lake Highway.
Yeah.
To the trailhead.
Yeah, to the trailhead.
It's not that bad of a walk. It is 1.6 miles, but I would do it that way again and again and again before I did it this way.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Because you get a much easier walk the last half on the way back. It's got its ups and downs, but it's still easier.
Way easier.
You would not want to do
a lot faster.
You wouldn't want to do the Lakes Trail side and then go around the end of the lake and then have to make your way up that. That would be.
The switchbacks are super steep.
It's overgrown. You would be like clawing your way through all the bushes.
Now, to be fair, you would end up going down the other side.
Yeah, at the end you'd be going down, but
it's pretty steep.
Then you have to walk up the road, though.
Then you got to walk up the road.
And it's a gradual incline, but it's long.
I don't want nothing.
It's over a mile long. So, all right, let's get moving. I love this. Look at this section here. There's a bunch of bees right here. Bunch of bees, so keep walking.
Ugh. That is probably wood from Mount St. Helens. What? So, we have less than a mile left. Almost there. To the Coldwater Trail. It's 5 miles. We just did 5 miles in relatively quick time. Let's go home.
Well, I'm going.
This is the last little junction before we get back to the boat launch. If you take this trail up, it takes you to Coldwater Ridge Visitor Center Interpretive Site.
There we go. Got it. All right, let's go.
Let's go home. What a long day. 12 miles. And we're not to the car yet. We still have to walk to the end of the parking lot to get to the car. 1847 elevation gain. These numbers will probably update. I don't have moving time yet. It should update as we leave here, so we'll probably do an update video on the way out. Our average speed was 2.1 miles per hour, which really isn't bad. So we're on our way home. All trails finally updated because I finally got some service. We actually walked 12.26 miles. Our elevation gain was 2,044 feet. And our moving time was 5 hours, 52 minutes. So we made pretty good time. I mean, the first mile and a half was all road, so not super terrible. But then the next 4.5 miles were up, straight up. Some of it was woods, some of it was sand, rock, like your feet slide back when you step into it. We probably made more stops than we would have liked to, but there was a lot of cool views and cool stuff to see up there at the top. So can't wait for you to join us on our next adventure. In the meantime, get yourself out there and adventure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.